Hey guys, what's up? Today I got an RU match against TNTCris, and it's actually a pretty good match, so we're going to go right into it. I'm going to leave my Kangaskhan because it's a Kangaskhan, it's got Fake Out, etc, etc. I've already explained this. So I'm going to go for said Fake Out. I'm going to get a Crit, and that's going to really do nothing. I kind of should have switched out, but I'm like, you know, if he's going to maybe T-Wave, I might as well take advantage of that and get a Substitute up. He's going to set up screen, so I'm like, oh, this is not good. I do not like screens. I'm going to go for the return, and that is going to do, like, absolutely nothing. I'm not sure why he's going to U-turn out here. He probably should have went for the late screen as well, but he neglected to do that. I guess he figured because I have a sub, I wouldn't waste it, and it would be a while before I go into a special attacker, etc., etc., etc. But I'm going to go for the return. Again, his Blastoise is going to take it monstrously well as well, because Blastoise has great base defense. I think it's like 100 or 105, one of the two. Anyways, he's going to Scald me. I was hoping it might not break the sub, but it does, and I'm just like, because Kangaskhan does have, you know, 110 base HP, and its defenses are pretty good. I mean, it's basically got stats of Kingdra, except its special attack is really crap. So I'm going to go to Kecleon. He's going to miss the Toxic. Kind of mattered, but not in the long run, I guess. I don't know. He's going to Ice Beam me. I guess predicting me to switch to something that, or, for reasons you'll see in a second. I'm going to get off a Toxic, and that's good because he's going to be poisoned and he's going to be taking lots of damage, and that's exactly what I wanted. That's why I went for Toxic. Obvious explanation is obvious. So, he is going to switch out here while I go for the Stealth Rocks because he has something that's quad weak to Stealth Rocks, and I wanted to get them up ASAP, but I figured if I get him up first, he can just Rapid Spin, so let's get him Toxic. Maybe he'll want to switch. Even if he Rapid Spins, you know, he'll take more damage, etc., etc. So, I'm Ice type. I figure he's going to want to hit me with the Stone Edge to be super effective, but I'm going to switch out to my Marshtomp to resist that. He's going to go for the Rock Polish, but I'm not worried about it because, again, an Earthquake's not going to do too much to me, and I can hit him with a Scald and probably KO him. But he's going to go into his Uxie, and the Scald is going to do very little, and Reflect's going to finally wear off, but he's back in his Uxie, so he could just set up more screens. He's going to get a light screen up while I go for the Toxic. But, you know, that's fine. Unfortunately, instead of having, like, Memento or Thunder Wave or Stealth Rocks, like most have, this Uxie actually has Heal Bell, which is rather unfortunate because that means that his two walls aren't poisoned anymore. So I'm going to go for the Swords Dance, even though I probably shouldn't have. Because it's like he's got something that's quad weak to rocks, which means he's going to be most likely quad resistant to the grass attack and resist the ground attack. And it is true because that Pokemon is a Yanmega, even if he was something like Moltres. I'm trying to think of anything else in RU that is quad weak to rocks that is not quad resistant to grass and immune to ground. Can't really think of anything else. It'd have to be like Firebug, so maybe, what is that thing called? Larvesta? I think it's still quad resist grass. Anyways, whatever. I'm going to switch to my Kecleon because it's a special wall, and he's going to go for the Giga Drain, which was rather intelligent because it's going to turn me into a grass type, which means he can then hit me with a Bug Buzz to be super effective, turn me into a bug type, and then hit me with an Air Slash to be super effective, and I'll be dead, most likely. And even then... But, well, I mean, actually, if I live to that point, it'd actually be pretty good, but he can keep going for the Air Slash, but it's like, you know... It will be a lot of damage that I don't want to take. I do want to knock off his item so he's not hitting as hard because I know I'm going to have to rely on switching and I don't have anything else that really wants to take that much damage from a Yanmega. So I'm going to knock off his Life Orb and then I'm going to Toxic him. Probably should have switched out there instead of Toxicing, but I figure I'm going to need residual damage and some fancy switching in order to kill this because he doesn't have a Life Orb anymore. I'm going to go into my Marshtomp, and that Air Slash isn't going to do too much because, again, I am Eviolite with mixed defenses, so I still do have around 300 special defense. But I completely forgot about Giga Drain. I don't know how. He just used it like 3 turns ago, and I forgot about it. I don't know how. I honestly, that was a complete mistake. I really fucked up there, but whatever. I really should have switched out. You know, even if I just went back to my Kecleon, it would have been great. He probably would have died because he wouldn't have drained anywhere near as much health as he did. It would have been 1/4, and would have been more than enough to cause him to... Well, I mean, he did take a skull, so... I don't know, he probably would have died the turn after, so... I could have fought it out by kickling. Anyways, either way, I'm going to lose my Marsh Stomp. I only have like 20-something HP, so I figure go for the rest in case he switches out for some stupid reason. I don't know. There was not another chance where I was going to be able to live a hit and get a rest off, so figured just go for it there. I'm going to fake out his Tauros when he switches in on the double down, and it's going to do a nice little chunk, so he's going to switch out. I'm going to set up a sub because I figure I can live a return or a Sheer Force boosted Rock Climb. They're about the same power. About. I think Rock Climb is like 107 or somewhere around there. I know it's not that strong, so I know I can live it with like 40% left, so I'm going to go for a sub. He's going to switch into his Rhyperior, and I'm going to show him Sub Punch. He said he wasn't expecting Focus Punch, which is kind of true, but then again, Earthquake would still do probably close to a 2-hit KO, but I don't know. So yeah, he's going to get Focus Punch twice, and he is going to die. No questions about it. And there goes his Rhyperior to a physical attacker. A normal type at that. Doesn't really happen too often. So, he's going to send back in his Tauros, and yeah, he's going to show me the Retaliate. As I said before, I was expecting to be able to live the Return or the Rock Climb, so I was going to go for the sub so I could get another Focus Punch off, but Retaliate is 140, much stronger, and that's just going to take me out, so that's not good. I'm going to go to my Meganium because I know I can take a Retaliate, and even a Rock Climb probably, because Meganium does have good base defense and special defense, and this is a sort of a bulky Switch Dance Sweeper, I guess. It also has Synthesis and Earthquake, as I alluded to previously. I'm just going to Seed Bomb because there's no point in setting up, because he does have this Porygon-Z, which I am going to hit with a Seed Bomb, and it's going to do quite a lot of damage. I'm going to switch to my Kecleon just to flutter it out. Don't need it anymore. This is his last special attacker. Well, Blastoise is, but Blastoise is a wall, so it's not really a big deal. I'm going to my Magmortar, who is Scarfed. Was not expecting him to be Scarfed, but I guess, you know, it's that or Specs. Scarf is more popular, because Porygon is not exactly very quick. It's okay, but it's not that fast. Anyways, so Magmortar's going to kill it. Tauros is going to die too, even though I told him, I'm like, oh damn, you're Scarfed, which implies that I'm Scarfed, because if I wasn't Scarfed, I have no reason to think that he's Scarfed. Although living the hit means that, you know, it was pretty obvious that he wasn't Specs. But anyways, whatever. So I'm going to kill him, kill his Uxie, and his Blastoise is actually going to live, which I knew would happen. So he was saying how maybe he should have switched in his Blastoise instead of his Tauros. But I'm like, no, I would have just went into my, my Meganium, taken the Skull, Toxic, whatever, doesn't matter, and just Seed Bomb. And if if Meganium dies, then so be it. He'll get enough damage where Magmortar can come back in and just continue Thunderbolt and kill everything, and Tauros is still dead. So it's not a big deal. Plus my Porygon-Z is the Agility variety, and Blastoise would not be able to one-hit KO that. So wouldn't have been a big deal. Either way, that's the end of the battle. Hope you guys enjoyed. We both brought normal types, 2 normal types. Actually, I brought 3 technically. Well, Kecleon is normal type, but it changed color. Whatever. We both had Porygon-Zs, and we both had a bulky water. So it was pretty evenly matched, I guess. But yeah, it was a fun match. Hope you guys enjoyed. I think I said that already. Doesn't really matter. This is the end of the commentary. I'll stop talking now, and I'll see you tomorrow.